and we walked.
Me and Eric operated for 6 hours, saving the 2 end houses at Barnes and Farrell. That was our assignment. The other 6 houses that were up the block were gone. We couldn't do anything about that. But me and Eric.
When we got there, there were 4 houses.
The water receded to the floor and to the ground is when we ran out of paper.
At 5:30 in the morning.
They're a lot closer down there. God was looking at farms. And we didn't lose a life. No one got hurt. No one got injured.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Assemblyman Todd Kaminsky. I'm really, really proud to be here today. The Waterfront Warriors are one of the things that make me most proud to be from Long Beach. If you could take people from outer space or from another country or from a different part of this country and say, I have 15 minutes to be in Long Beach, tell me what Long Beach is about, I would bring them down to the parade every summer. And if that's all they see, that would be just fine with me, because it's the best of who we are. Honoring our soldiers who have given so much, that week is the very least we could do, but it didn't exist until people like Jerry and the entire team here really willed it into existence. So let's first have a round of applause for the Waterfront Warriors. Now, to think that our firemen who put their lives on the line every day for our community also have a little bit more to give is actually astounding. It sounds like a funny thing to say, but the Catholic school principal, Ronnie Danka, used to have a great saying every time she had a new grandkid, which is, it's amazing how much the heart has a capacity for love. Just as you think you can't love someone else, you have another grandkid and you love that person more. And just when you think our firefighters can't give enough to our city, you know, I just heard the story, which I had read about and I had known about, but I just heard in pretty good detail about the night of Hurricane Sandy and how the firemen walked to the fire in the canals and saved the community, and that's not an exaggeration. And that's these guys. And you could do that, and your whole life would be a heroic one, and you could do nothing else. But that wasn't enough for this engine. They've done more. They really helped raise money for the Waterfront Warriors, and we are grateful for their efforts. It's just extraordinary. And so, how about a hand for the guys from the Firehouse? And so on behalf of the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors Board of Directors, who are all great people that I'm happy to name, Randy Dodd, Patty Farrell, Robin Lynch, John McLaughlin, the Honorable, Gerald Snell, Greg Spina, and John Zimmerman, I'd like to present Captain Dave Rivera from Engine 1, Long Beach Fire Department, with a certificate of recognition. And there's also a certificate for the entire engine company.
Right.
Hey, Jerry, do you want to talk about this picture and what it means? I think it would be good
Sure.
for people to hear.
This is just one of our guests, Sergeant John Harmon from last summer, who this is a picture at 54 and 4 down in Manhattan. He was here, a guest in the winter, so he had sent a flag up to us from the 82nd Airborne, and he said to thank you guys for what you've done for him.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Sergeant
Jerry.
John Harmon. I'm sorry, John will say something. John will say something.
Come on, Todd.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys. When we started this, the idea was to bring the community into it, and you guys are kind of the anchor of the community. So what you've been doing the last few years, I mean, the perfect example is Louis. I mean, how long since the first time you came have you been here?
2011. I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We watched his little brother now become a big brother, and he was always a little guy, and he's been coming back, and his wife, he's expecting a baby in September. We just got moving to Long Island, so we're hoping that happens. When we say July, yeah. So it's gonna be a Long Islander.
Perfect timing.
So, but you guys, you guys have really been a great asset to the organization, and I think when this organization was founded, it was with that kind of purpose of bringing the whole community. And you guys are service orientated, so you fit in perfectly. But thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
What I do when I come visit Long Island
Long Beach is that, you know, it makes me myself, you know, it doesn't make me seem like I'm a handicap. I was able to surf, get in the water like swimming and
Fishing.
and fishing, that's the other thing. And everybody makes me feel like I'm in a family environment.
Why is this so important to have an event like this?
I just pretty much seem like people do care about the veterans out there.
A little bit about what happened to you.
Well, I was on my third deployment. First time in Afghanistan, I just kind of got blown up, tossed with grenades, lost both legs, a couple fingers, nothing big.
How does it make you feel when you come out here and Long Beach opens its doors to you and the community?
Honestly, I don't know. It's just that, you know, I feel like I'm myself. You know, I'm not handicapped.
Well, we met at Walter Reed. We were both Marines in the United States Marine Corps. I currently just recently got out about 2 years ago. I was a corporal, and me and Luis met there, and we got married on July 31st, 2013. He's been coming here for ever since 2011. And I periodically, occasionally have came because I've had to work, so certain days I'd come and I'd join the Waterfront Warriors. And every time I see him, because he's with his brother Omar, it's been exciting. They've been laughing, they've been cutting up. It's not like he's handicapped at all. He's just himself. He's natural. He's in the water. He doesn't have to worry about not having legs or, you know, not being able to get around anywhere because it's all basically provided by the Waterfront Warriors. I think the year before, last year was the year I actually got to come and experience the whole weekend here with them, and it was a blast. Like, I don't think I've ever been on the ocean to go fishing. I mean, it was a little crazy because of the waves, but other than that, it was a blast. It was so much fun. And then they come and they cook it for you, which is even crazier if you catch a fish. I didn't catch any, unfortunately. I mean, I'm good at freshwater, not saltwater. And they just laughed and cut up. They had a really, really great time. Just to see him happy and in his natural element of himself is what Waterfront Warriors, I think, is all about. And I think that's very special.
All right, just a quick, briefing here. Just to let everyone know what we're here for. My name is Dave Rivera. I'm the captain of Engine 2341. Every year we have annual Christmas tree sales. Each company in the department does their own little fundraising. We do Christmas trees. Over the past years, we always used to donate to or give like a percentage to a charity. We used to do the Nassau County Burn Center. We decided as a company to get involved in the community a little bit more besides volunteering in the fire department. So we decided to pick the Waterfront Warriors as a charity. You know, we feel that by doing that, you know, we'll see proceeds or percentage of the proceeds circulate through the community so people know what we're doing besides just going to fire calls and stuff like that. So we're honored to represent ourselves and the Waterfront Warriors to this new charity that we have. So that's why we're here today. This will be our first annual brunch with the Waterfront Warriors. So hopefully it succeeds over the next years to come, and we're very proud to represent the Waterfront Warriors. So we want to present $1,000, to the Waterfront Warriors on behalf of Engine 2341 and Long Beach Volunteer Fire Department.
Just like the proclamations from the city council. These are some proclamations from the city council. Eileen Goggin was supposed to bring them in, but she fell and broke her arm. So I think she may have to have surgery. So one is to Dave Rivera, and the other one is to Engine 1. And it says, whereas the city of Long Beach wishes to recognize those people and organizations that have contributed positively to the people and community at large, and whereas the city of Long Beach does desire to publicly acknowledge Engine Company 1 in recognition of their steadfast support of the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors, who throughout the years, Engine Company 1 has consistently assisted with programs such as volunteering at events, both summer and winter, and providing a Christmas tree, fire truck, a sleigh for Santa to ride at the annual Waterfront Warriors holiday party. and they have generally donated the proceeds of the annual Christmas tree sale. And therefore, the City Council and the City Manager of the City of Long Beach, in recognition of their exemplary service, present these proclamations. This is to Dave, and this is to Engine 1.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. You know, all I know is as firefighters, you all give up your time, your energy, you know, to answer emergency calls, to always be there for all of us here as residents and people who come to visit this city. And even like with all the spare time you seem to have, you do find time to always do these charitable events. And I have to say, of course, always selling the Christmas trees. And I think that this year, for you to do this and to give the proceeds to the Waterfront Warriors is really something overly generous. I have to say that it really is something. And it does cement, once again, that bond that seems to be between Waterfront Warriors and the fire departments. Because it's always like the firemen that really are answering the call, helping. You know, when we have our wounded that come up from, you know, Walter Reed, or I guess now it's Bethesda, a naval hospital, you know, you roll out the red carpet, you help make everybody so welcome here in this wonderful city of ours. And once again, I have to say, this generosity is unparalleled. It's absolutely unparalleled. And we know that even with the Waterfront Warriors and, you know, Jerry and your whole group here, you know, every summer, we get to really show up our city, but more importantly, we do show the people how patriotic we are, how much we do appreciate the sacrifices that each and every person makes, you know, for our freedom. And to be joined with firemen who also find the time always to give up their time and their service for all of us is just really, just makes us the best place in the whole wide world. And this is the best company, I have to tell you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm very humbled being allowed to read this from the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors. The Long Beach Waterfront Warriors would like to acknowledge the dedication and service of Engine 1 and their ongoing contributions to our community. We thank them for their tremendous ongoing efforts in bringing comfort to our wounded servicemen and their family members. Captain David Rivera, Lieutenant Tom Schroeder, Frank Walpole, Larry Mazzell, Keith Hollingshead, James Kelly, Richie Santoro, Tom Matthews, Albert Vargas, Eric Zucker, Joe Mazzell, Pete Grossman, Richard Guido, Terry Allen, Jay O'Donoghue, Joseph DiCillo, Long Beach Waterfront Warriors Board, Randy Dodd, Patty Farrell, Robin Lynch, John McLaughlin, Gerald Snell, Greg Spina, John Zimmerman. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. We love you too.
Okay, and then I will read, I guess, also from there, from Captain Dave Rivera, and I guess they're basically the same?
Yep.
Engine Company 1. Whereas the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors Committee does desire to recognize those who serve our citizens through their fine work, including fire protection, emergency medical care, and service to our community, and for aiding our warriors and family members, showing concern for and contributing to the overall welfare of the men and women who serve and protect the ideals and security of our country. And whereas the certificate denotes a demonstrated commitment to our service members by contributing to the efforts and success of the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors events. Now and therefore, in recognition of these contributions to the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors, to the wounded veterans of the United States Armed Forces who have so bravely and selflessly served and to whom we dedicate our efforts, the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors organization is pleased to issue the certificate of recognition to Captain Dave Rivera, Engine Company 1, Long Beach Fire Department. And this also the same, I would say the same,
Yep.
but also for all of you for Engine Company 1, Long Beach Fire Department. Thank you guys. Okay.
Well, once again, thank you for coming and attending this first annual brunch. Hopefully next year we'll spruce it up a little bit more. Some steak or something like that. I don't know. But thank
Maybe
you.
I'll cook.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.